What's up, guys? It's Guildspire here, and welcome back to Dead by Daylight. How y'all doing today on this? Today's Thursday, right? For some reason I was about to say Monday. It's definitely not Monday, but terrific Thursday afternoon. Hope you all are doing well. I know I am. And sorry about this, but we are going to do some Blood Web real quick. I thought I was going to have more time before stream. I didn't. And so I need to do this real quick to unlock our 4th perk slot. Get all of this Survivor's perks unlocked, yada yada yada, all that fun stuff. With that being said, shouldn't take us too long, as on Survivor I have everyone already maxed out as is, so really now we're just kind of working on their perks and the generic perks. Yeah, it definitely is not Monday, I'll tell you what. But are you going to be a good boy today? Right now he's being good. How long that's going to last, yet to be determined. What you thinking, Butter? Are you going to be nice, or are you going to be a menace? And if you're going to be nice, how long will that last, huh? As long as I'm scritching your cheek? Is that the deal? As long as I scritch your face, you won't be a menace? Are those the terms and conditions of this agreement? So what my plan is today is to play 1 hour of each of the new survivors. New sub goal Buttercam. I mean, honestly, I'd be for it at some point. It's just, it is difficult to place where he'll be at any given time. So easier said than done. Got a email. Oh, I see. Well, I'll let you know, Frankie, when and if Better decides to stop being cuddly. He definitely heard something outside in the main area, and so he is now intrigued by what it could be. Yes, you're Butter, and you are a nuisance when you want to be. I think you heard some students. That's a very real possibility as well. They were being loud outside. And Butter, how about we don't knock over to Studio Light? How about we don't do that? I was just singing your praises on how you've been being a good boy, and that was not being a very good boy. He only ever does this when it's on, though. That's the insane part, and I still don't fully understand why he has such a need to turn off all the lights and is a moth. Like, he quite literally is a moth. He'll try and push over or claw lampshades when they're on. The studio lights he'll try and knock over. If you were to hold him up to just a, ceiling lamp, you will also try and reach and swipe at it. Like, maybe he's light sensitive, I don't know. All I know is that he very much does not enjoy lights, which, to be fair, I understand. I too am a creature of darkness. However, I try to turn off the lights, though I guess that's his version of it, I suppose, right? He's like, well, this is what I do. I turn off the lights. So let's take a look real quick. Are there any perks? I do want all of their perks to be T3, so we're gonna keep on going for a little bit. I know it's taking a bit longer than at least I would like. DVD quality of life upgrades when. If they could just make it so that spending blood points was not as much of a tedious task, that would be frickin' amazing. But here's we are. And I'm getting all the generic perks and none of their unique perks, which is annoying. I just want them to go to T3. Let me do it. Well, there's Plunder's Instinct T3. That is, by all means, not what I wanted. Yeah, it's probably going to take us till at level 50. Also, just realized I have a hole in my sock. So that's fantastic. I actually do genuinely need to get, like, new socks. I'm starting to run out of them. The ones that do not have holes, that is. Grab that. Level 26. Resilience. That is not a generic perk, friend. No, it isn't butter. I just kind of walking around the room trilling aimlessly. Hi. Can you not go on top of the computer, please? When the sim CFLA gives us apply all option to create a sim fair. Slippery meat, I guess I'll grab that so we can see more tier 3 options. And it's starting to get a little bit rambunctious, so if you have a moment, Frankie, would be appreciated to at least entertain the energized boy. Alright, so yeah, we're not seeing all of their perks. Because we're missing a few here, right? Actually, yeah, so we're missing just a few. We're looking for Cut Loose right now, which is, in my opinion, a better Quick and Quiet. I'm very curious. So this one thing that a lot of people have already kind of, for lack of a term, noticed. But there are a lot of perks that kind of do similar things to other perks. And I'm wondering if the large perk update is coming with this coming chapter, because if so, that might make sense. Or you have a perk that basically is the equivalent of Better Blood Pack that's less restrictive, right? If that is the case, then it might just be that Blood Pack is getting changed, which I'd be all for. I think that would be quite reasonable. Blood Pack is traditionally not used, and if ever used, mainly for the benefit of stacking it with other movement speed increase perks. All right, there we go. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted right there. So let's take a look at our friends Thalita. Thalita's unique perks. So friendly competition. You and other survivors who finish repairing the generator with you get 5% increased repair progress speed for 75 seconds. I've been seeing a lot of people underestimating how dumb this perk can be. So here's my scenario, and here's where you kind of want to use friendly competition. You have Prove Thyself. You have friendly competition. You sit on a gen with at least 2 other survivors. Normally, I never recommend more than 1. However, with friendly competition, kind of changes things up. Because now, you finish that freaking gen at the speed of light, and then everyone who finishes a gen with you gets a 5% increase on repair progress on top of which, for the next 75 seconds. So I just only have 1 instance of the perk active at a time. You and other survivors who finish. So I would get it as well. So if I then go to another gen with another person who complete that gen with me, we get a 10% boost on top of the Prove Thyself. Yeah. So I kind of want to integrate that into a perk build. So if I'm thinking of a build here where this would work. So Prove Thyself, as far as gen speed's concerned, we could look at resilience. Obviously, that's a logical conclusion. What perks are we missing on T3? Nothing that I really care about here. So Prove Thyself is a absolutely. What is it called? Friendly competition is the other one. So friendly competition. Prove Thyself. What's the one from Vit? Potential Energy would make sense that way, because this benefits from gen speed increases, and this is quote-unquote non-restrictive, and is already synergistic with Prove Thyself. I'd say maybe Sprint Burst. Yeah, let's go with Sprint Burst as our exhaustion perk. We'll throw on a good old med kit and let's ship it off, shall we? But yeah, so I'm thinking that a lot of people are underestimating friendly competition. So this is one build that I'm thinking of for this survivor and their perks. Is just gen speed build, right? Is you're going to use prove thyself in addition to friendly competition, in addition to potential energy. So ideally what you do is you stack 3 survivors on 1 gen with friendly competition and prove thyself. Crank through that gen. Then you and 1 other survivor go to next gen. You'll slap on potential energy. Start gaining up stacks. Max stacks. Send the gen, and then move on to the next one. Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. I think this could be really, really interesting. Keep in mind that only 1 instance of the perk is active at once. So I just gonna have 1 instance of this perk active at once. But does it refresh, I wonder? It doesn't have a cooldown necessarily, so I'd imagine so. But I can't say with any certainty in all honesty. So kind of curious in that regard. Also pointing out that we have 4 medkits. If this was a normal lobby, I'd imagine that we would see a Franklin's from the killer. Either that or good old chlorophobia, which honestly is not necessarily a bad idea for this killer. The Skull Merchant, if you use specific add-ons, but do I think that is going to be beneficial to the playstyle of the killer? Probably not. I'm very curious though, after playing the Skull Merchant not all day, but for 2 hours yesterday, really get a good sense of what playstyle really benefits them. I'm curious to know if other people have figured that out as well, or are still trying to figure out what best works for this killer, and are just kind of doing what I expect and utilizing their power in a less than ideal way. So I'm very curious in that effect. So Shelter Works, we spawned right next to a gen. Corrupt Intervention, however. Shelter Words did get that rework, so first time on here as a survivor. So I was gonna go over this way. This one's blocked as well. We do see an active gen. Hey, what's up, Sarah? How you doing today? Have you tried out the PTBs? Okay, there's a drone location. Now, why was that placed there? Okay, they're in chase with someone. That makes sense. There is a survivor on a gen. You kind of want to find where they are. That way we can get some prove and friendly competition benefit. That drone's deactivated. No PTB. Gotcha. Hear it. So prove thyself. Friendly competition incoming. Don't know what our 4th survivor's doing. Obviously, we know 1's in chase. About to get exposed, but doesn't matter since they're already injured. Heading home. Fair enough. Hopefully your day at work went well. All right, so you're gonna get friendly competition as well. That's fantastic. All right, so everyone has that. I want to go with you. I feel like the screams are coming in early for some reason. I feel like it's too quick, if that makes sense. All right, so friendly competition's still up. Let's see if we can crank out this gen. All right, so they're gonna leave. Unfortunate, as we want to really get that additional benefit, but makes sense. We don't know where the Hattie is. They're clearly not on a gen. We see the unhook there, but that's a 1-for-1 trade. Really was kind of hoping that they would take chase elsewhere, but that didn't happen. All right, there's the 1-for-1 trade. We're not going to use potential energy here, because we might end up having to go for the unhook. There's Blast Mine. All right, that worked out pretty well, especially that Blast Mine too. It'll jump right back on it. And like I said, yeah, most people are not really using the Skull Merchant's full potential here, as they could have kicked it, dropped the drone, and have forced me to interact with that drone, making sure that they knew exactly where I was with that claw trap. But instead, they're kind of putting their drones mainly in loops, it would seem, at least as of right now. Looks like they're in chase with another survivor. They need to leave the active zone, otherwise they will get locked on and become exposed. Looks like their exposure is starting to go down. They do take a hit, though, so either hiding myself would be fantastic to take chase for them, though. I'm trying to figure out where they might be. Alright, so that's good to know that friendly competition does not activate if I'm on a gen by myself. I didn't think it would. Alright, so they went down before I was able to assist, unfortunately. They may have seen me. You see a survivor over here. They're not going to that hook for whatever reason. Looks like Hattie going for the unhook. You see Blast Mine from the other survivor over there. You got some Prove Thyself value and some friendly competition value, but not a lot, to be honest. Alright, they're going back for the unhook. Ah, friend, don't miss your skill checks! He's a-coming. So we're gonna leave early. They take a hit. There's the drone. So it's unhackable right now, but is just out of range of this gen, so bad placement. The drone will always go to where you are when you activate it. That's the really important part. Oh, we saw the other gen over here as well. Once again, not getting a lot of friendly competition value. You did see, I think, Blast Mine or something over here. So let's get some Prove Thyself value. Potential energy hasn't really come into play just yet because we haven't had a good time to use it. Only problem with potential energy in the grand scheme of things, I suppose. Here's the hook. You haven't seen a Scourge hook, so I'm not exactly sure what perks they're using, to be completely honest. But there's 4 gens. We know there's one in main that has not been completed. And friendly competition is active. So I will go for this unhook. We can ignore this drone in its entirety. It's kind of a dud. It's in a loop. Honestly, it should be recalled. I'm gonna actually heal you because I get that heal speed boost. Let's do that. Alright, we're gonna go right past you. That ruse send should actually work as a link, right? I think. Keywords there, of course. It should work. If it's not working, I'd say talk to Rue. Get a 4-4. Oh. Yeah, then I don't know. I would inform Rue. I know that the COTF bot is currently working. As far as that GitHub's concerned, your guess as good as mine. Alright, so hopefully I can distract them off of the other survivor who's on their gen and provide enough of an incentive to chase. We're just gonna leave early. They recalled this drone. Dangerous play, I know, but seemed to work out. And looks like they once again did not put a drone down at the gen. There's someone near. 5. Oh, there they are. So looks like they're gonna go for me. We don't have much working for us here, so I'm just gonna leave this area entirely, go to a tile with a active gen already completed. Looks like they left, probably to go after someone else. Seems that they're trying to guard the gen that previously had progress. That person's on death hook. So I will take the down for them. This should incentivize them to hook me. We see that the survivor's about to be done with their gen, which is fantastic. I'm not on death hook, so I'm good there. But I might just get camped out here, which is pretty likely. They getting healed up, exit gate. Let's see, I see one, I think, going over towards it. Missed a skill check there, that's rough. Getting healed up. Looks like the killer's over there, as we see. I think that's Hattie, kind of just hanging around. Their lock-on just ended. Going back to my hook, makes sense. Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of fine dying here if need be. Hattie looks to be going to an exit gate. Perfect. The thing is, Hattie's the only one who can really one-for-one trade extending this hook state at all. Hi. She's coming back. There's no way in hell that she's not. It's not like there's enough time for you to heal me. Thank you, BT. Another reason for us not to go through here. They took a body block. That's fantastic. It has hindered. They have the hindered active zone. Thoughts on Skull Lady? So I think that they have the ideal playstyle for them is very similar to the ideal playstyle for the Knight. And to put it lightly, it is not the most fun playstyle for Wait, what, friend? What happened here, friend? We all went out the exit gate together. Why'd you go to the other exit gate? And thank you much for the gift sub there. Wait, Hatch! Hatch was there! I heard it! Hatch! It's to your right! What are you doing? Please ban Shelby. Why ban Shelby? What Shelby do? I don't think you make it to the exit gate. Yeah, I think you die, friend. Talking about a close call. All right, but GG, well played to the survivors and the Skull Merchant. All right, as I was saying before I got distracted by the fact that one of our survivors almost did not escape, their ideal playstyle is very similar to the ideal playstyle of the Knight. And for most people, they do not understand what that is. And it is very much a territorial zone build, right? The idea for the Knight is, in my opinion, a lot of people use them as an anti-loop. They place the guard at a loop, the guard chases them out of the loop. Sometimes not. They kind of hit or miss. And so you get value that way. You hit the survivor, they lose a health state. Rinse, repeat, right? Sometimes that works, sometimes not. With that being said, in my opinion, the ideal playstyle for the Knight is to place a jailer or a guard of any form next to a gen after you kicked it, ideally with Call of Brine. Funny enough, this killer actually had Call of Brine. Unfortunately for this killer, they did not do what I would recommend, which is to, much like the Knight, kick the gen and leave a drone. That there allows you to basically ensure that either survivors no longer work on that gen, will become exposed if they do not touch the drone, or are forced to interact with the drone, which then tells you their exact location. In addition to that, you can use some really cool add-ons. In my opinion, the ultrasonic speaker is ridiculous. Honestly, it is a brown add-on, probably the best in her entire kit, where if they have a claw trap on them and they vault a pallet, the pallet breaks. It's basically like an eerie button, but for survivors. It's fantastic. I love it. It is a great add-on for the Skull Merchant. With that being said, much like the Knight, you can use their ability as anti-loop, and in my opinion, the Skull Merchant actually has better anti-loop than the Knight. The reason being is, in a loop, you can put up a drone. That drone's radius is pretty large, so what you're able to do then is, if they are healthy, they are forced out of that loop, no matter what. They either risk becoming exposed, or they go out of the loop and risk taking a hit. 9 times out of 10, the right choice is take the hit. However, the only downside for the Skull Merchant in that type of playstyle is the fact that once the survivor is injured, you no longer have anti-loop. Because at that point in time, exposed does not matter, and thus you're just an M1115. So you have pseudo-gen protection, a lot of information map-wide. You have anti-loop that only works when they're healthy. Kind of the Legion problem, right? Back before Legion was able to down a survivor on the 5th frenzy hit, right? So, are they good? They're not bad. They're much better than what people are making them out to be. Are they fun to play against? I think if you play them ideally and play them the way in which I would recommend doing so, probably not, no. I don't think they're fun to play against. Are they fun to play as? Depends on who you ask. If you like action-packed moments where you are on top of a survivor at all points of time, always in chase, then not really, right? Like, yeah, you can continuously be in chase with her, but the chases can still suffer from the same issues that any M1115 killer suffers from, which is, you know, getting the down in a timely manner, especially on larger maps, or maps where tiles are very easily linkable. So, for most people, I'm going to say the answer is probably no. I think that they are probably not very fun to play as, not to mention, I don't foresee there being any moments of, oh my god, I can't believe that worked. With the Knight, there are those moments. You can have some really oh my god moments where it kind of spices it up. It doesn't happen often, but it can still happen. The Skull Merchant has none of that. There's no flair, there's no pizzazz. Honestly, if I were to compare the likability of playing as or against to any other killer, I would compare the Skull Merchant to the Hag. Which is unfortunate because, personally, for me, I love the Hag. Hag is so fun to play as. However, most people do not think as much. And to be fair, I can kind of understand that. I get burnt out of Hag very quickly because if I'm playing the same map over and over, I tend to just like, okay, well, I put my trap here, put it there, put it there, put it there, put it there, and go. Like, it's kind of on rails, and in that same way, the Skull Merchant has the same issue. It feels very on rails. You know what you're going to do. Every single gen you kick, you should leave a drone. You should always have one drone in hand for being in chase. That way you can push a healthy survivor out of a weak loop to get a hit, and then once hit, then you can down them relatively easily. So that's the thing, right? That's my kind of review of the Skull Merchant. I find that people are underestimating their potential, but that's about it. I will refund that as we are currently not doing any randomization just because it was the PTB. We did Skull Merchant all yesterday, and so we're going to do Survivor today. I just kind of demonstrated one build that I think will be really good with the new Survivor perks, which is Friendly Competition with Prove Thyself. Honestly, I don't even think you need potential energy. Just Friendly Competition. I think if you have a Prove Thyself build that you use, there's no reason not to bring Friendly Competition along with it. I think people are massively undervaluing this perk. I remember I was watching Not Starva when I was at work, and there was like, this is garbage. I'm like, what? Because what it does is that when you and survivors who finish repair and gen with you get 5% repair progress up for 75 seconds. The ideal situation is always going to be you and at least 2 other survivors on the same gen, you have improved thyself. So you're already getting, you know, that, the gen, what was it? It's not gen progress penalty, but basically it is the cooperation penalty. So if you are on a gen with someone else without prove thyself, you get penalized for it by a certain percentage. Prove thyself pretty much gets rid of that penalty. So you finish that gen wicked quick. Then all 3 of you have a 5% increase in repair progress for the next 75 seconds. So you and 1 other person then go to another gen. Now you're ignoring the gen progression penalty, and you're now going to be completing that generator 10% faster between the 2 of you. And 1 other person elsewhere is going to be completing a different gen 5% faster. In my opinion, that is huge. You can also throw in potential energy for that. Personally, for myself, it does kind of work together, especially with that 5% increase. Are there any perks that work well against the skull? Not really. The information that Skull Merchant gets really is encounterable, so things like distortion don't really matter. Though she does have some add-ons that do reveal your aura, so, you know, there's an idea there. However, there's nothing really that counters her. Obviously, there's just the general, you know, perks that kind of counter the gen kicking meta. So I think there's that. But we're gonna try out a different perk build. So we have 2 other perks. There is Power of 2, that you move 5% faster as long as you stay within 12 meters of the survivor you healed, or until 1 of you lose the health state. How does Blood Pact read? I'm actually curious on something. When you or the Obsession are injured, you both see each other's auras. If your Obsession, the perk deactivates. You can't become the Obsession, so for the people, it doesn't work. Is there anything that makes the person you're healing the Obsession? I don't think there is. There's only things that make you the Obsession. Because what I'm thinking is you stack the haste from Blood Pact along with was it the teamwork power of 2? So you would move at 112 speed, so you're 3% speed slower than a M1 115 killer. It's not a bad idea. Let's set in with this. So I'm just kind of curious here. Is there anything else that increases? I guess there is, like, we're gonna live forever, right? Haste time. Shelby, it's haste time. It is currently haste time. You are correct. I think that'll increases the speed of the person unhooked, though. Boon Dark Theory? Yeah, but then you have to be in the boon. And ideally what I'm doing is I'm just going to chase around the Obsession. So maybe I bring Prove Thyself. Actually, let's do this. Let's bring Friendly Cooperation and Prove Thyself. Like, ideally, we are just going to stick next to our Obsession, right? Can only trigger once every 140 seconds. Survivors can be affected by 1 whenever you finish healing another survivor. Okay. 12 meals you healed, or until 1 of you lose the health state. So yeah, I think my objective here, which is going to be really difficult, mind you, because we're all the same character, is to have me just stick with the Obsession, heal them. We both move at 112 speed, and we just go from gen to gen to gen to gen at 112% speed. I think that's the concept here, right? I think that's what we do. It does mean that I need to let them get injured first for me to heal them, and then be the one to heal them. So ideally, the Obsession will get injured first, and then I just follow them, right? I just follow them the entire time thereafter. So let's see if this works. Honestly, this build does rely a lot on cooperation, which solo queue is not known for, so this will probably go pretty poorly. But I think in a Swift, this could be really cute. It would be just a, was it an Army 2 moment? Disturbed Ward. Strange map to get here. Are you the obsession? I don't know. Yeah, it's not like I'd be able to. I'm gonna have to wait until they get injured or in chase. So where'd they go? I guess I'll just sit on this gen for now until I see other people on gens. Ooh, yes, you're following me. Excellent. All 4 of us are on gens? That's actually huge. That never happens. Not in my Dead by Daylight. All 4 survivors on gens? What is this? Alright, so I'm gonna leave here. Yeah, for that exact reason. Because I don't want to get caught out and get exposed. So let's see where the other... Looks like they are on the same gen. Because they're around the same progress, so we'll just jump on this gen for now. Which means, actually, I was with my obsession that entire time. That's fantastic. Oh, hi. You are... Oh, you have hemorrhage. I don't like that. That's mean. Oh, good timing, friends. That's unfortunate. Yes, be patient. Be patient, you two. Alright, so she knows that one's there, but she'll never guess about the one in the corner. Interesting choices. Very interesting choices. Not sure what the thought process was there, I'll be completely honest. I'm not ready to get picked up. I was gonna drop early. Hi, obsession friend. Alright, that's fine for me. I don't care about getting exposed right now. Oh, good mind game. I faked you out a little bit, not that it matters, unless you take a body block. You will not take a body block, unfortunate. Yeah, everyone was on gens, then no one was on gens. I'm not sure why my obsession left me, maybe because my orb was revealed. The killer somehow did not see any of the scratch marks, by the way. Oh, don't miss your... Oh, you freaking fools. Am I gonna get tunneled out? No. Okay, so that's my obsession being chased. Well, the good news is I can heal myself. So there is... Scourge Hook? Not Scourge Hook. Hex Pentimento. Not Pentimento, sorry. Plaything. There we go. Blood Pack is also activated because I can see my obsession. If you want to heal them at some point. Oh. Actually, they're injured, so now the perfect time to go heal them. Are they gonna grab the drone? Well, that's unfortunate timing. Need to leave, friend. I don't know why you would just try and hide that out, to be completely honest. That's a bit foolish. Alright, what do we have as far as resources are concerned? You have a pallet here, we just passed a pallet though. I don't think I can get there. Yeah, so then they can go get them. One person DC'd. Fantastic. Not like they were doing anything. They weren't on the gen, so it's not like they were progressing the game. So I feel like this might just be a let go to next moment. Person you were unhooking DC'd. Fantastic. So yeah, I think this is just a let go moment. Yeah, I think this is a GG go next. Goodbye. I'd rather do that than let go. Yeah, that's a bit silly. All of that was a bit silly. I don't know why the person on the gen decided that it'd be a good idea to hide around the gen. And then, yeah, that was all a bit strange. We're doing so good at the beginning. Everyone on gens. It was a bad omen though. Apparently that was a sign of bad things to come. So let's GG go next. As far as, so I'm trying to think of another build after this, right? So we're looking at Cut Loose. Is too good to stay, apparently. So they definitely need survivors, apparently. So I'm looking at Cut Loose. I'm trying to think of builds with Cut Loose that I want to use after this. EV time though will be lurking. All right, thank you, Giraffe. I appreciate it as always. After performing a rushed vault and chase, this perk activates. While this perk is active, your rushed vaults are silent for up to 6 seconds, and successfully performing a rushed vault during that time resets the timer. This perk goes on cooldown for 45 seconds. So Cut Loose. Every 6 seconds you need to vault. What does Dance With Me look like? Dance With Me, performing a fast vault or leaving a locker. Go like and guess hello. For 3 seconds, but a cooldown of 40. That's kind of rough. Q and Q. I guess I'll look at Q and Q later. I'm trying to think of anything else that would benefit those snares. Obviously, it was like Life, for example. And then who brought us the RPD? Why are we going to RPD? What? Was that the killer or was that a survivor? Either way, I feel like the killer's going to DC. If it's the Skull Merchant, they're an M1115 going to RPD. I mean, I guess if they use the ultrasonic speaker, it's not too bad because you can force survivors to revolt very easily. However, yeah, that's Then we're gonna get was it 504 error? I want to say. Let's say it's a 504 error. I guess we'll just wait and see, as right now it's not loaded, and that's always a great sign for things to come. I guess killer DC. I don't know why, but I have a sneaking suspicion. Oh, it loads? Maybe? Maybe not. I'd say maybe someone's on console and that's why it's taking forever, but that's not the case. It's a PTB, so it can't be console related load time. Could be that maybe someone's computer's a potato. RPD does take a while to load for some, so maybe that could be it. But I'm guessing killer DC. They saw RPD and went, I'm just gonna unplug my Ethernet port real quick. You know, no worries. So what else would I want to use with Cut Loose? That's the question of the day. For 6 seconds. I don't... Oh wow, we actually loaded on that. Is shocking. I see a Chris. I guess I do want to be with you. Hi. This way, friend. Okay, so Chris is the... Come on. Don't know why he sprint bursted into me. So Chris is the obsession. So when he gets injured, we need to go heal him, and hopefully he understands that he needs to stay by me. I hear the music. Alright, looks like they're on Rebecca, who does understand the concept of leave tile. Alright, so now I see Chris, so now I have Blood Pack activated. That's fantastic. Hi, Rebecca, you want to join this real quick? Come on, get on here. So now... Oh, where are you two going? There's a gen right at main. You have so much freaking gen progression now. Where are you going? We're going over to the helicopter? Alright, sounds good. Let's do that then. Hex Undying just revealed me, though that's unfortunate. I don't know if I'm still in range. What is going on over there? Alright, I want to... So that is also really good vertical-wise. She has gained undetectable. Right, so I'm gonna go for Chris. Yep, not gonna touch that. No reason to. Hi, friend. You and I are gonna be speedy together. We are gonna be very speedy friends, very hard to catch. Alright, there's a gen here as well, which is fantastic. Alright, so we now have this active. We have haste from both Blood Pact as well as, what was it? Not Better Together, but the team. So we need to just stick together at all costs. Prove Thyself, gonna be cranking this out. Friendly Competition's gonna give us 10% increase in gen speeds. Now they're in chase. The question is where? Right down there, that's fine. Why are you getting to a locker, friend? Come on. Come on. You don't need to be shy. Yeah, I think he's starting to understand what I'm doing. Is that we need to stick together because we are speedy. Yeah, I guess I'll go with Chris. Yeah, see, we can almost catch up to the killer, which is kind of nutty. Look at this! We're almost faster than her! What is going on? No shot that this is a thing. Okay, so it's now ended. Both of them have since been disabled, so we'll take the L there. And it looks like they have gone down. That's our obsession friend, so we'll heal them. But yeah, we literally were able to outpace the killer more or less. Alright, he's going to basement. That's unfortunate. But we're okay. We're okay. Yeah, the screams are definitely coming in quicker than normal. Alright, let's put you down here. I wonder if they have Devo without him dying. Yeah, so we already have speed as is. There's Devo, like I thought. That is unfortunate. So that was number 3. Next on hook is number 4. Guess we need to stay together, friend. Yeah, they just became undetectable. Alright, I think I realized that this is more important than the sake of Chris. And that's number 5, meaning that we, under no circumstance, can unhook them. I did see a lit totem earlier. It was up here. I don't think I can risk it, though, at this point in time. Yeah, I need to just leave it. Need to find where the other one is first, because dying is definitely an effect. Question is where Devo is. So unhooking here means that I die immediately, by the way. So I'm hoping to hell that they do not under any circumstance. Alright, there's that down. Still no sign of Devo. It really doesn't matter at this point. Hi, can I cleanse, please? They have thrill. Which means best thing I can do is leave. Yeah, they moried them. That's so unfortunate. Yep, they're undetectable. I think they saw someone else. Honestly, friend, just work on the gen. There's no sense in us not, because they're gonna mori. Are they mori now? Their timer's paused, so yes, they're moring right now. The mori's pretty short, though, and they'll know exactly where we are, so unfortunately it's a bit of a moot point. I think we won't get the gen done by then. Even with all the buffs we have. Yep, they know where we are. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I was going to fake them, that didn't work. Well, I guess this is our first time being moored by the new killer, so fair is fair, fair is fair. Such an underwhelming mori. It's just so unimaginative. It's such a shame. They could have done so much, but GG's nonetheless. So I wonder if the Chris figured out what we're doing, and at the end of it all. Yeah, it's just like, it's honestly, in my opinion, like a worse Freddy mori. So unfortunate, but GG, well played to the survivors and, of course, the killer. That was brutal. And there's 4 TTVs in this lobby. Let's go give them some love. So shout. So let's do this. Let's see if they're all live first, because, you know, that's kind of the order of operations. So we want to see if Dawnstar, Lunar is live. They are. Excellent. And I'll also grab their VOD for later. So let's give them a shout out, drop a follow. So drop a follow. Give a shout out. If you guys haven't already, make sure to stop on by and say hi. And then I am going to see if the next person is, that'd be Willowed Kitty. Willowed Kitty is not live. Go for it. So if you could. Let's see, and then we're looking for Progressive Lotus. Which they are also alive, which, funny enough, I'm actually already following Progressive Lotus, so good to see him again. I'll grab the VOD for later. Good to see you in the fog again. Oh. Stream went down, or on black, I don't know which. You can hover over the perks. Oh, they must have loaded out, I see. Good to see you in the fog again. Jeez. Alright, well, with that being said, got the VOD of theirs, got their streams up too, as I tend to do. And I don't think I gave a shout out for Progressive Lotus, so let's do that right now. And there's Progressive Lotus. Awesome. Yeah, guys, if you haven't already, like I said, definitely make sure to stop on by, say hi. We are always here to support other Dead by Daylight content creators. With that being said, let's go on to the next match, but we are going to swap out our Survivor for another. Cut Loose is kind of interesting. I just think it's a quick and quiet replacement, honestly. I think it's a better quick and quiet, so I think that if you're using quick and quiet, just run Cut Loose instead. Otherwise, I don't really think there's like any real builds that like synergize with it, unfortunately. Maybe quick and quiet plus that way your first vault is also silent, then you can revault while also being silent. Quick and quiet will be on refresh for our future vault if it goes down. Maybe that would make sense. That'd be my only thought process there. But what we're going to do now is we're going to switch out to Renato, and we are going to go into the Blood Web. I know, miserable as it is. So let's do that first off and foremost. And I already have some ideas for these perks here. So let's get you to at least level 20 and have your perks T3'd, I think would be the idea. So this will take us like a good, what, 15 minutes probably. Pain and suffering is what we have. Honestly, I still don't understand why they don't just give us access to all the perks during the PTB. Maybe there's some form of concern because, like, basically people are playtesting your game, right? Like, you might as well just give us access to everything. Or at least access to everything that we have unlocked or, like, purchased prior to, in addition to the new survivors. And if the concern is, oh, well, we don't want to give access to content that people don't have. But why not? Like, if they don't have, I don't know, let's say Bubba unlocked, and they get a chance to play Bubba or use some of their perks, and they go, man, you know what? I kind of want to buy Bubba now. Like, wouldn't that just be good marketing? I don't know. It seems a bit silly to me that they just don't, like, auto-unlock everyone's perks and, like, give infinite blood points or something to that degree. Seems a bit counterintuitive, at least in my opinion. Alright, so like you said, I'm gonna get everything to T3, at least all of the Survivor's perks. That is the idea, at least. I guess we need to just continue getting everything into T2, that way we can start seeing other T1s. Well, I won't see. Thankfully, we should have enough blood points to get them to 50 or whatever is necessary at the moment. Not all too worried in that regard. As far as perk builds, I'm actually really thinking about Blood Rush. I think there's just some obvious like endgame solutions for this one. For Teamwork Collective Stealth, I don't like this perk, honestly. I don't. I think you could synergize it with the build we had before with Blood Pact plus Teamwork. Could be cute. I just think that for the most part, not having scratch marks, it's not really great, honestly. Background Player, though, is kind of nutty of an exhaustion perk, and is going to be great for specific builds. Especially those where you know the person on the hook has Sprint Burst. But I have some specific thoughts on how you can go for 1-for-1 trades, but be guaranteed not to go down. So I'm thinking using Desperate Measures, which increases your unhook speed, and I'm not sure if it'll work exactly how I want it to, but if it does, it would allow us to go for a 1-for-1 trade in front of the killer, right? And then just sprint away. They wouldn't be able to read down us. Maybe since we aren't there to take the heat off the survivor off the hook, maybe also bring like, whatchamacallit, BT, true BT, to give them more time before going down if the killers go after them. So that would make sense. So that, Desperate Measures, BT, maybe Deli, since we're being, you know, very aggressive with the unhooks, would make sense a bit, right? As far as, like, Blood Rush is concerned, honestly, it's an endgame perk. I'm thinking you run Sprint Burst, right? I think that's a no-brainer. I think that's the logical conclusion is you run Sprint Burst. That way, when the killer catches up to you, before they're able to take your health state, you push yourself down with the broken stat, you sprint burst away, extending chase. You get to a safe tile, you stay there for 20-odd seconds, and you're golden. I think that is like the logical idea, realistically speaking. Oh, I just want my T3 perks. Not too much to asking. I guess I should also double check that I haven't already T3'd them, right? Now there's background player, which is what I want to play around with most of all, so I guess we wait for that. That's fine, I'll let you take that branch. I should have taken that, so we didn't have to take purple, but oh well. Fine, we'll grab Resilience. Well, that was just plain rude. To be fair, I picked the wrong node. So, you know what? I'll chalk that up to my own mistake. Grab Hope. Actually, I should have grabbed... Sorry, I should have grabbed Hope, not Lightweight. That was a mistake on my end. That way, it would have taken out another branch. Yep, we'll grab Hope. Just not seeing the one perk that I want. Game saying F you. Sure, let's grab Kinship. And then there's Hope. Sure, let's grab Hope. As I said, it's gonna take us like probably around 15 minutes to do this. Deja Vu, and then we're gonna grab this not happening. That's Premonition. Does anyone actually use Premonition at this point? Like real talk for a second. I don't think I've ever seen Premonition used in an actual match, at least not in a very long time. You can rescue when you rescue. Okay, it's only when you rescue survivor you get that benefit. Not great. I need just all T2s gone at this point. Because that's what we're missing right now is background player needs to go to T2. Right now I'm getting a lot of T1s. Alright. Still not great. No one left behind. Oh, that was what I was thinking of. Not we'll make it, but no one left behind. That does increase their movement speed in endgame. Still not getting what I need. Fantastic. Come on, game, do me right. Background players, not there. Small game it is. As I thankfully we definitely have enough blood points to unlock it, so I'm not too pressed. And now we're gonna be getting 3 perks per blood web. So should, keywords, speed things up just a little. Did not think we need to get to level 50 to do it, though. Am I stupid? Is background play already done? Nope! It's still T1! What in the what? Forcing us to go through all the T3s first. What in the world? Yeah, we go this first. Normally it has us go through T1s and 2s before T3s, but there's background player. That's what we wanted. Let's get slippery meat thereafter. And hopefully we'll see background player again as T2. Oh no, sorry, T3, which we do not. So I guess let's grab you. Alright, and background player. Hey, there we go. There's background player. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, so I think all of them are now T3s. The only T2s are generics that I do not care about. So let's make a build off of background player first off and foremost. So background player is exhaustion after unhooking. So let's do background player. Let's do borrow time. And then as far as unhooking speed is concerned, I want to say it's leader and desperate measures are the only two that increase unhook speed. So desperate measures for each injured hook or die increase the speed of your healing and unhook actions by 14. So if I get injured at a 1-for-1, the survivor on hook is either on hook or injured. That's 28% faster. Will that be fast enough is the question. So I guess I can look through and double check, but like I said, I think the only other one is leader, at least to my knowledge, but I don't think that affects me. It would only affect someone else. Increasing other survivors, healing, sabotage, and unhooking, cleansing, opening, exit gate, and chests. So yeah, it does not affect me. I guess we could also do... Actually, that's not a half bad idea. Guardian. When you unhook a survivor, they won't leave scratch marks or pools of blood, and they gain 7% haste status effect for 8 seconds. And you see the killer's aura. So, okay, I kind of like this build. We could probably do away with borrowed time if we knew that the survivor off of hook had sprint burst or off the record. But ideally, we can force a 1-for-1 trade with background player and desperate measures. We sprint away at 150 speed for the next 6 seconds. The person off a hook has the endurance effect for an extra 10 seconds, as well as the movement speed buff. And they get an 7 or 8% movement speed buff from Guardian. Yo, what's up, Griffin? How you doing today? Thank you much for stopping by saying hi. I am Mark, aka Gilty. I'm an educational streamer here to teach kills of play killer and survivors how to play against killer. Very happy to have you here. Hope you're having a great day. Alright, so I'm actually excited for this build because I think with Guardian, this kind of starts coming together. I'm trying to think of like if there is any other perks that increase unhook speed. Obviously there's desperate measures. Leader, but only on other survivors. So unless maybe the person on hook has leader, we'll just try the first unhook. I'm going to try to go for a 1-for-1 trade. I apologize in advance to whoever I'm doing this to, because it could result in me just going down at your hook. Well, actually, no, it shouldn't, right? It shouldn't, because if I just sit there, take the hit, and then, yeah, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Maybe. We'll find out. All right. Let's take a look at where some gens are. So far, no one's found a gen. Alright, on a gen. No sign of the killer as of yet. No one else on gens, a little bit concerning. Okay, well, that explains why Claudette isn't at least. Oh, that is concerning. You two go on gens, I'll go for Claudette. Streetwise, you say. Interesting. Okay, they picked up my gen. There's a drone. That's fine. No 1-for-1 trade. Yeah, that's a lot of distance, honestly. We're just gonna keep him away from the rest of the survivors. Do I have anything to go with here? Not particularly. It's open to mind game that. Let's see how they play this. Yeah, we go down here. That's fine. Yeah, that's a pretty significant dead zone down that strip. There's one link tile in addition. But at least Claudette got unhooked for what it's worth, though. You know, I'm realizing now, as they haven't moved from where they were hooked, I think they may have been AFK. I don't know why, but based on their aura, I think they might be AFK. Who queues up in the PTB to only then go AFK? What? Alright, well, you heal me. I'm gonna try and force the 1-for-1 exchange. They have the... When you hook, you then get the slowdown and heal speed, I think. Well, this game is basically over since we're already down a survivor. That's fine. Not ideal, but fine. She's going away. We have the unhook. I see where the killer is, thanks to Guardian. Is Claudette alive now? He does not want to be healed, apparently, for whatever reason. Claudette... I'm pretty sure she's still AFK. Drone setup's a bit awkward, but it's not on the gens, funny enough. Yeah, this is not good placements for the drones. I think that's one thing a lot of players are gonna have to get used to. Alright, they're on both of them, so they interrupted the heal, TLDR. So if they hook right here, I will absolutely just unhook in their face. I think I messed up a little bit as far as timing's concerned. Based on that, I wonder if I need Spine Chill. As strange as that sounds. Also, I want to check Claude. I see 1, 2... Is Claude actually alive now? Or is that where Claude's been this entire time? I guess she'll suicide out in a moment. If she suicides out, I'll probably do the same. This game is very much over. So maybe that 28% increase isn't enough. Either that or, like I said, I misclicked. Yeah, she suicides out almost immediately, so I'm pretty sure she's AFK that entire time. I mean, I'm on death hook as is. So my only other thought would be to have Spine Chill, which I think does increase unhook speeds. And if that's the case, I think I would need to give up either Borrowed Time or Guardian. And Guardian might be the better option to drop. gen's about done for what it's worth. Yep, I need to leave. She'll take the time to kick at least. Their gen's about to complete. He's going back towards the gen. I guess, I mean, realistically speaking, I guess I could just 1-for-1 exchange here and dip out. Yeah, maybe I just need to test it in a custom lobby. Save any degree of certainty. Alright. She's healing herself. Don't think it really matters in the grand scheme of things. Bye, friend. Ooh, they have, whatchamacallit? The thwack. I think it's thwack that reveals your aura. That gen's all but regressed. Like, we could sit in it. We could grab it. Hopefully they're not going to slug for the 4K. That'd be miserable. Just in case they have barbecue for whatever reason. We haven't seen it, or I wouldn't suggest that they do. Just in case, I suppose. Nope, they let go. I guess we'll wait by Shack in case it spawns here. It did not. And I have no clue where these spawns might be. Well, that's mighty unfortunate. Other exit gates over there, I mean, 50-50 chance. Don't think there's any pallets here. Yeah, this area is so barren. Oh, she just put that up. I see. Okay. She's looking at a radar. I guess I've never interacted with a drone yet. So it's unhackable right now. So yeah, while it has that swirl around it, it's unhackable. So interesting, you can be locked on by the time that its unhackable phase ends. There it goes. So up, 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 down. Yeah, so now you see me on your radar. Yeah. So now the battery's dying. So now that I'm in the active zone again, it'll recharge. Or if you down me, it just breaks. Alright. We struggle. You know, at least letting the killer get some use out of their abilities. Kind of doing some science-y things, I suppose. So, I wonder if 28% is fast enough on the unhook, or if we need to increase it a little bit more. So I think what I'll do is I'll drop Guardian in favor. Alright, on to next. Yeah, they just pretty much showed up and did nothing. Are they even still here? They are. They still have pings. They're still here, so they just like truly just AFK'd out for this long. Odd. I'll do one more attempt here. I also will bring a medkit because absolutely forgot about that. Bring gel dressing as well and surgical sutures. You know, wicked speedy medkit. So, hey, GG's friend, GG's. I appreciate stopping by saying hi. I'm not sure if you caught my intro earlier, but I am Mark, aka Giltspire. I'm an educational streamer here to teach kills how to play killer and survivors how to play against killer. Unfortunately, that last match was less than ideal as we had the AFK Claude, but it is what it is. So, I guess we'll take away Guardian for Spine Chill. Because if the killer's within range is looking at you with a clear line of sight, your speed will, while repairing, sabotaging, healing, unhooking, and cleansing, and unlocking is increased by 6%. So let's see if in ideal circumstances 34% unhook speed will be enough. Thank you much, I appreciate you. You have a great night as well. Alright, that looks like killer dipped out of lobby. I guess that gives me some time to look at if anything else increases unhook speed. No. Blood Pack does not. No. Bond definitely doesn't. Dark Theory, none of the boons do. Botany, no. Breakdown, no. Breakout, no. Buckle Up, no. Yeah, I want to say it's just Spine Chill and Spine Chill, Desperate, and Leader. But it does increase your unhook speed, only the unhook speed of other survivors. So like I said, if the person on the hook had Leader, that would be a different story. Well, we'll give it a shot. So we'll see if we need to 1-for-1 trade again here, and if that additional, was it 6%, so 34% total minimum will be enough for the unhook in front of a survivor, or in front of a killer rather. Shelter Woods. Hi, friend. Not sure if I saw a mannequin or the killer. I'll be completely honest. What? And I guess if they're testing out the new perks, it would make sense. Okay, even SOB. Alright, so don't... that's why you shouldn't mend. So, like, the biggest thing I can always recommend is don't mend unless you know that Fail Frenzy has ended. Otherwise, you risk getting retapped. I think there's a pallet here. There was a pallet there. That was when I dropped. I don't know how I made that vault work, but I ain't complaining, friends. That sounded like brutal strength, if I had to guess. Hi! Why are you all here? What? in the world was that? I am so confused. What? What? I did not mean to do that. I was hitting a skill check. For the record. Oh, this game's already over, so I might as well test out a... What just happened? What is going... I'm so confused why they dropped them. You definitely had the ability to get to a hook, unless maybe they had boil over. So they just M1 them. Fully mended, now mangled. Well, thank you, Ultra Speed Medkit, I suppose. Hopefully you're fully, yeah, you are fully recovered. I don't have to actually say hopefully anymore. Heal you since I have Desperate. Killer has slightly high ping. Alright. Let's heal you, and then I'm gonna go for the 1-for-1 trade and confirm whether or not I can make it work. So I was hoping they would see my scratch marks. They did not. Well, that's mildly unfortunate. On the bright side, I can definitely make some distance here. This game, like I said, is very much over. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Frenzied out? Oh no, they got stunned. Oh, that's the whack. He wants me to drop the pallet so he can break it. What? What is going on? I think it's 32 meters, so as long as I'm out of the tear radius, I won't scream. Right, it is the whack that causes that. I'm confused. I'm very confused now. I'm hoping that they'll just go down and we can try and 1-for-1 and see if that works. I don't know why we're theoretically farming at this point. What is happening? I don't know anymore. Sure, if you put me on a hook, for the record, I'm suicide now. They said no to gens. If you don't want us to do gens and you're not gonna hook me, I'm gonna DC. Yep, I'm just gonna suicide out at this point. I'm fine with this. Legion, can you please just end my suffering? Like, why are we doing this? It is not what I want the PTB to be. Thank you. Thank you for understanding. This is no longer fun for me. Like, I understand the DC penalty is off during PTBs, but like, my word, why DC? Especially when like the two people that are injured were on top of main for no reason. And yeah, of course I'm gonna loop main. It's decently strong. That was so odd. All right, we're going to do, I guess, you know, we did 2 of this. I think I need to just actually like test this. So instead we're going to use the last perk build that I want to do today, which is Blood Rush. So Blood Rush plus Sprint Burst. It's mainly an end game build, right? And it's under the idea that we're going to be in chase. We can't be broken. Instead of 1 health state, no more speed. Will wake you up if you are asleep when triggered. Ignores all exhaustion, causes the exhausted status effect for 40 seconds. I wonder. So Adrenaline Blood Pack, or not Blood Pact, Jesus. So Adrenaline Blood Rush. 4th perk, Sprint Burst. Like, I guess we could go, like, Left Behind. We could go, like, any number of endgame perks. Wake Up. Yeah, because this doesn't make you broken. We'll wake you up. Because heals 1 health state sprint at 150 speed of normal speed for 5 seconds when the executes are powered. Adrenaline is on hold if you're disabled. Wake you up. Ignores exhausted status effect. Causes the exhausted status effect for 40 seconds. However, lose 1 health state and recover exhausted instantly and gain Blood Rush. Hook away from instant death while healthy, running, and suffering from exhaustion. Press the... While healthy, running, and suffering from exhaustion. Yeah, Adrenaline Blood Rush Sprint Burst. I mean, it's a... We're going to the game. Why? Yeah, I mean, so I imagine this. 5th gen 99, take a hit, pop it, Adrenaline, Sprint. They then start to catch up to you. Go to loop, start to catch up to you. Hit Blood Rush. Gain back Sprint Burst. Sprint. I mean, it would work. Alternatively, you could also, I imagine you could make it even worse. So, like, the ideal situation is Sprint Burst, 5th gen pops, you're healthy, sprint again. I kind of like this idea. It's mean, mind you, but I like the idea. I mean, this seems a bit silly. Blood Rush 5000 me? Uh-huh. No longer matter. The drones no longer matter. He's undetectable. We'll go over here. Yeah, that's fine by me. care about the exposed at all. Okay, locked on, sure. Might be brutal strength, potentially. Very good. They've been greedy there, so we'll go to the next tile. No pallet here, unfortunately. Let's just make it so that they have to go downstairs. I can't believe I made that. That's insanity. There should be a pallet back here. There is not, so we're gonna have to go upstairs instead. Honestly, I didn't expect you to go that way. Look, if I'm wasting as much time as possible, I'll make it worthwhile, and I definitely did. 2 gens got done for all that was worth, though honestly, it was probably worth more than 2 gens. I will take it. Okay, so 2 gen chase, we went through some decent tiles. I'm surprised that wasn't more than 2 gens, all things considered. I will say, with maps of verticality, the drones do a lot more since they do go in a cylindrical cone going up. So very similar to Doctor's static blast in that regard. I forgot to bring my medkit. Oopsie. Nope, not gonna go that way. No, thank you. Please heal. Thank you. No one's on gens, and that is concerning. Like, there's one person, Shatter My Hope, who is doing literally nothing, and in my opinion, the game is a very easy map to figure out where gens are and are not, given the closed doors, right? I hope she doesn't go for me. I got the unhook. You're in chase with the Kate. And they're above me, though. We're going to be pushed off this gen. Okay, they got the claw trap off. Kate's taking a hit. That's fine. They definitely chased me the most, so if they have that one perk where it changes the obsession based on the most chase time, it's not going to change on to Kate for a while, right? I think Shatter My Hope is just grabbing drones, more or less, for whatever reason. Shatter My Hope was on a gen for a second, for what it's worth. First took the battery off, now on a gen. I know that the Michu gen, I don't think has been finished. I might go up there next. I don't think bathroom is finished either, but I don't know if the 2 gens were finished, so I'll have to keep an eye out. But this opens up a decent God palette. So that is not where I want to go. There is a gen over here that I want to pick up. No progress on this gen. Kate is down over there, so let's Skull Merchant would have to go a pretty good distance in order to get to me. Shadow my hopes on a gen. We'll see if she comes here. If she does, that's fine. More than happy to take a chase. Now, I don't know where the other survivor is and what they're doing. Hopefully, since they see both of us on gens, they'll go for the unhook. Exactly what they did. Sounds like the Skull Merchant went back for the unhook, though. Maybe. They're getting healed. Harry's is kind of bouncing back and forth. Yeah, I'm really confused to where they went. Looks like they are on Shatter My Hopes. They went for the person off the completed gen. So this is going to be 99. Looks like they're on the other side of this wall. How they didn't hear this gen going off, I do not know. Alright, we'll complete it. So let's sprint through here. Let's get this exit gate open 99. Blood Pact is currently not active. Why? Oh, because I'm not on Death Hook, that's right. Alright, that's 99. Yep, making body block for you. Thank you for the protection, and I'll be off. Last survivor out as well. We'd love to see it. So yeah, Blood Pact is a little bit restrictive in the sense that you do need to be on Death Hook in order for it to activate. So I don't know, that's so interesting. That is so interesting to see whether or not you would want to like maybe purposely go down. Maybe you just want to be like the last person to be hooked. They finish the fifth gen. You then get unhooked. You get adrenaline off of it. The killer might want to go for you, or you force the killer to go for you. Thoughts. We have time for probably like one more match, and I'll either go for... I'm trying to think which build I want to go for. Maybe we do the teamwork one. Honestly, I found that the teamwork one is really, really fun. There's one here. The Blood Pact plus Power of 2, friendly competition, and prove thyself. I thought this was a fun one. So we'll do this for the last one. I think Blood Pact plus teamwork, Power of 2 might be a little bit busted. You know, you're only 3% slower than an M1 115 killer, meaning that you can just go zooming. And I think I am Blink. I wonder if they are live. Let's see. I am Blink _ They are unfortunately not live. Looks like they mainly stream Call of Duty Warzone, not World Zone. Alright, but this will probably be our last match of the night. And then this is kind of the last match or last stream of the week for us, as tomorrow I'll be offline, though I might be joining my primary host Rugard over on Chains of Fog tomorrow for an exhibition match. Otherwise, I'll be definitely live on Sunday at 12 p.m. CST. So looking forward to that nonetheless. Alright, just light in. Let's match begin. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Pretty sure that's it. Looks like we're going to Redwood Forest. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll be live. It's either 4 p.m. CST or 5 p.m. CST. I might be joining. We'll see. Saturday, COTF will be live at 12, I believe. There's COTF 2 now for the offline matches, which I'm excited about. There is the matches that I'll be hosting at 12 on Sunday. And then I'll be back here on Monday. Probably not with DBD. Probably be streaming Final Fantasy XIV instead, as we did get past the Lord of the Revel. And now are able to continue our MSQ, which I believe there are 19 MSQs until the next dungeon. And we'll probably only do 2 hours each day to kind of draw that out a little bit. We're on Temple, who is, looks like it's, oh, that's perfect. Fearmonger, less perfect, but fine. Yeah, so we forced off the tile, trying to look for a pallet. Oh, that's Jake and I here. I guess let's separate. Like, she's on me, so we'll get God pallet out of the way. Looks like she continues on Jake. So what we're gonna want to do here is disable the drone. Oh, interesting. Didn't realize that. So it then becomes unhackable. Yeah, you kind of need to be a bit careful with that. Okay, fair enough. Very interesting. A little bit more time. Jake probably gonna get hooked down there. Yep. I hear them. Oh, there's a drone. Unfortunate. Well, good news is they can't push us off this tile using a drone anymore. Yeah, the drone does nothing here in the grand scheme of things. We need to drop it anyway. So that sounds like thwack. We have to insta drop that to my chagrin. Oh, interesting. I don't know why you would go through if you expect me to double back, but at least we're in a corner away from everyone else. Good news there. My obsession should, or the obsession should obviously see me. Try to bring me to base. Alright, so it looks like the one down in Temple should be complete pretty soon. And then we see Meg working on one elsewhere. Jake's gonna be a bit careful though. Meg jumping off a gen, potentially because of the killer. Not in chase, so it's hard to say, but they're stealthing. So I'd say probably. So Temple will be complete, which there's a upside and downside there. Now, does Blood Pack activate when Jake heals? Yeah. Guess we'll find out. See if we get the haste stat. Come on, friend, let's go. He gets the idea. He understands the assignment. I like this Jake. I like him. He understands the assignment. That's right, we can't freaking see because of Fearmonger. Such a strange perk to see nowadays. So Prove Thyself will activate, then we'll have Friendly Competition on top of which. Honestly, I just really like this. Kind of just an Army of 2 build. Just me and whoever the Obsession is. Ranking out gens and whatnot. We never get Temple. Alright, we're running together. No, no, don't suicide out front. Oh, not that way, Jake. Not that way. That way's bad way. Yeah, him and I have the same idea. It sounds like they're over there. So now we have 10% increase in repair speed in addition to the 15. So we have 25% increase in repair speed right now. So this is kind of nutty. It's going wicked quick. Looks like they're on Meg, but now they transfer, so that's good. Well, they did at least momentarily. Alright, so friendly competition has ended. But honestly, that's a lot of progress we gained out of that. Oh, we need to run. Chase is still gonna take a while because of Blood Pact. Alright, Jake, she's your problem now. So, I mean, honestly, that still worked out pretty well. Ozzy takes 2 survivors off of gens, but I'll take that for extending that chase as long as we did with a 7% increase. If I had, Teamwork active as well, we would have just been outpacing her for such a long time. Okay, this one was on a gen and now they're not. Why is that? No reason for her to come this way towards her drone. Why is no one else on gens, though? Hi, friend. So now we get Blood Pact and Teamwork. Alright, let's go. Come on. So now we are very speedy. Oh, hi, Meg. Well, this works out because we have Prove Thyself. So last gen triple team sounds good to me, and then Jake and I are just speed demons. Imagine if we both had Hope as well. Would we theoretically be faster than the killer? I think we would be. With Hope, Teamwork, Blood Pact. We would be faster than the killer, collectively. Adrenaline. Alright, Jake, you and I. We're gonna run around. Just look at us freaking speeding. We're catching up to Meg so quickly. What is this? We're the killers now, Meg. I wonder, I should never try, but I wonder if you can put the drones next to the exit gate. Oh, watch out there, friends. Good. Sorry, I was trying to figure out where the killer was in the grand scheme of things, but yeah, that was nutty. Even if Blood Pack alone, just realizing like how much longer you're able to continue that chase, doing that together. All right, Jakey friend, probably best that you just leave. Oh, so you had Blood Pack as our Blood Rush as well. I keep on wanting to say Blood Pack. You had Blood Rush to then get back his sprint burst and then get healed. Yeah, that's nutty. Your speed, Jake. It's so stupid. Oh, no, wrong. BP plus teamwork is stupid. 7% plus 5%, so yeah, we're running at 112. So if we then run Hope, so yeah, if me, and let's just say, I guess there is a way to make Heat Obsession is for the people, right? I guess that would work. GG's. Oh. I'm afraid to see people use this in the Swift. Like, it means it takes so little effort for it to work, and you just are able to extend chases for so long. So if you were to throw Hope on, let's say both players have Hope. Not lightweight, Hope. Where Hope? Is Hope back here? Hope is back there. So let's see what it would look like on Felix. Forget the tiers. Where Felix me boy? There's Felix me boy. So Hope, Lucky Break, and Hope. 7%. Students that executes are powered, you gain 7%. So theoretically speaking, thank you much for the friend request, friend. But probably the last match for me tonight. But yeah, theoretically speaking, with that build, if both players were running Hope. Okay, so I think this is what it looks like, right? I think this is what it looks like. Why am I playing Jake? Thalita. So I think the build is this: Blood Pact plus Power of 2. Both run Hope as well. So Blood Pact, Power 2, both run Hope. Then the other survivor, one of you, either, I would or the other survivor would run For the People. Use For the People, forcing the obsession if you aren't already. I think that would work. And then you would end up being 119 speed, right? You would be 4% faster than the killer. And that's pretty obtainable. Like before we were testing this with, was it Blood Pact plus Hope, which was 114 speed. And then we made it so that you're faster than the killer using Dark Theory? and you could not catch them if you were 115 M1. But I mean, this is 12% faster. And then Hope would put you to 119. And all you have to do is just stay within 12 meters of one another. That's silly. That's really silly. I love it, though. Alright, though, but we are going to be ending the stream there. As always, guys, if you did enjoy the show and you haven't already, definitely consider hitting that follow button. Also, check out our Extra Life campaign, where we're trying to help your kids at Central Hospital here in Fargo, North Dakota. On that note, guys, I'll see you all next time at 7 p.m. CST. Bye-bye!